Welcome to the weekly. I am at the mouth, if you see in the background here, over in this area, I'm at the mouth of the North River. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was in the harbor of the North River, where I have been shooting for a good 2 months or so. And I think I mentioned to you I wanted to take you, to bring you to the mouth of the North River, and I have finally made it. I wanted to try to get here before the weather turned too cold and too windy, with all the other elements mixing in. This is my third week here farther down is Wrexham Beach, is where the secondary studio is. I'm into my third week, and the weather is changing. Just this past week, I could see a marked change in the weather. So I really wanted to get you to the mouth of this river before the weather would turn too cold and too crazy. Being on the East Coast, it can turn in a heartbeat. But today, it's just, it's like in the 60s. I don't know if you could hear the wind, but it is pretty breezy on the beach. But if there was no wind, it would just be a perfect warm day. But it was nice enough to walk out here. It's an hour walk from the studio. And I just wanted to show you the view of this area. Now, this view is not as photogenic. I don't find it as photogenic as the Inner Harbor and some of the other coastal views along the South Shores here. But a lot of my knife and palette work is happening from the mouth of this river. I don't know if you can see in the background, but because it's a major channel, and farther down into the harbor, there are a lot of sailboats. So the sailboat images from the Knife and Palette series comes from the sailboats right at the mouth of this river. I have, and I think I've shown you, and I've listed at least one of my sailboat Knife and Palette series. The original is a 5x4 canvas. I think I shot that. It was in a gallery about a month ago or so. That painting comes from the mouth of this river. And also, what I find amazing, if you look up into the sky here, the cloud formations are breathtaking. Unlike other areas farther down where the studio is, I don't know what it is, what converges here at the mouth, maybe wind patterns or how the sun reflects on the sky. In this particular focal point, as you can see, I'm in and out of the sunlight because there's some big stunning clouds right above me, and they keep moving, letting the light in and letting the light out. So I'm creating, besides the sailboats, and as you well know, the sailboats aren't as important to me as the Verizon line itself. And now, more and more, I'm focusing in on, like there's one right here, this amazing cloud formation against that Ceylon blue sky. I'm creating a whole series just based off of these cloud formations. Cloud formation alone, you don't even see the sea, you don't even see the horizon line. It's sky and cloud. And none of that work has been listed yet. It will be listed fairly soon. This is exactly where that work is coming from, right at this location. I would say 90% of that work comes from this very location, the mouth of the North River. So keep an eye out for those this week. I have a Sienna series coming out. I have 2 Sienna, they're called Sienna Clouds. And I think I did a post on that color this past week. It is by far one of my favorite colors, besides the Sienna blue, which I'm just in love with. But every single piece of work is undercoated with that sienna. I just find it, the pigments of the paint just pop out when the burnt sienna is underneath them. So I was creating what was going to be this blue, and one of my color consultants said, you know what, stop right there and just do a burnt sienna cloud series, because there's like sienna is under, and then the emerges through the gray sky, and the person just said stop. List those. So those will be listed this week. This Silian Blue, probably in the next couple weeks you'll see a bunch of those. And then what else is happening this week? I have two color fields which will be emerging probably over the weekend, not even before the week starts. And then, of course, website. You've heard it. I've kicked it to death. But this is my last week on it. It's going to get approved. I need to get my merchant account connected to it, and then it's going to be posted. So there's probably going to be the end of this week. I think I sanded my throat. At the end of this week, the site, there's actually probably going to be a day, at least 24 hours, where there's going to be no website. And if you notice that, the new site will pop up right after that. So probably a day, hopefully less than 24 hours. And then the new site will emerge. Keep your eye on the new site. It is pretty incredible. Oh, look, the sun's coming out again. Those clouds are moving this way with the wind. So until next week, stay creative. And I'm just going to let you hear the sounds. Let me move out of the way and give you maybe 30 seconds of just waves and sound. Pretty nice out here just to meditate.